What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, back at you with another Xelis video, and crazy things just happened. OneZeroMiner came out of nowhere and made a massive hash rate boost with your GPUs. So here we are, OneZeroMiner 1.3.1, and it added support for Xelis coin solo mining with a 3% dev fee, so that's one of the lowest fees. There's been a bunch of other boosts coming out over the past 3 or 4 days here, but they've all been at 15 to 30% dev fees here, and now OneZeroMiner comes in with only 3%. So that's a pretty insane thing with a huge hash rate boost and a very low dev fee compared to everything that has been around. Another thing to keep in mind here, if you're trying to set this up in Hive OS, make sure you do use the top one here, OneZeroMiner 1.3.1 tar.gz for your wrapper. Don't use the Linux one or anything. Use this top one right here. And it's a pretty simple process. Right click, save link address, put it into your custom miner and set it all up. So I'll do a quick get this up and running guide here. And then we're also going to kind of look into, is a possible algo change coming for this coin for a couple different reasons. So once you do download your miner here for Windows, and this is another major thing, you do not need WSL or Linux-based operating system to run your GPU. This is the first official Windows miner as well available for Xelis. So that's another huge bonus here as well here. But once you download and extract it, all you got to do is come into your Xelis file right here, right click and edit it. We also have the ability to mine Xil. I got Octama, I don't know what I'm talking about. I got iPolos and Jazz miners. They're doing the Xil for me. So I'm not going to be setting that up. But once you do open that up, here is your actual config you're going to have to set. So it's pretty simple here. It's all self-explanatory. Just change everything out so that it's on your wallet and your node. If you try to use my numbers here, you're not going to get connected, and if you end up getting connected for some stupid reason, then you're going to mine to my wallet anyway. So make sure you do change your wallet, which is this parameter right here. That's your wallet address to get your coins, and this is your node address. If you don't know how to set up a node or get your address or anything, be sure to check out my other video where I originally showed you how to set up and mine Xelis from scratch. Check that out. It tells you how to go through the node process. But here we are solo mining, and you have to point it to your own node IP. And then you can see -- worker. I'm just calling this the 4090. I'm just going to close that out. Double click that once you're done. Now I do use LOL-miner GUI for my overclock settings. Here I am running 2600 on the core, 300 for an offset, and 1000 on the memory. You can double check that with MSI Afterburner. As you can see, the numbers are right here. And then obviously for our hash rate I'm recording, so it's probably a little bit lower, but I'm sitting around 206 to 210 kilohash. Other people are getting upwards of 250 kilohash on their RTX 4090s. All right, so as for Hive OS here, you're going to want to make a wallet, so make sure you copy your Xelis wallet address. Just come into the wallet section here, add your wallet, then you can just name it whatever you want. You can create the coin if you want, if it's not here, and then you can just type in your wallet address, paste it in there, name it whatever you want. Mine's called node. Accept that and be on the way. So we're going to go into our flight sheets here. I'll just show you mine, but you're going to come in and make a custom miner here. We're just going to look exactly what my flight sheet does look like here. So you can see you got your Xelis for the coin. Mine's called the node wallet. You're going to configure that in the miner. Name it whatever you want. I'm using Xelis 10, and then you're going to set this to custom. Set up your miner config. This is where all the magic actually happens. So as mentioned earlier, you're going to want to copy OneZeroMiner 1.3.1 tar.gz. All the information is right here. He notes it right out, what to do and how to get it to work right in the GitHub. So you can honestly just read it and get through it here. But coming in, you're going to paste that in right here, and then OneZeroMiner will pop up. All you're going to need for your wallet and worker template is wallet right here. And then here again, pool URL. This is going to be your node address. This is mine. Change it to yours or you will not connect to your node. Next up, you're going to have to add this in here. Again, this is in the GitHub, your -A. This is for your Xelis here, which is your actual algorithm. Here's for your worker name. And then this is for your overclocks. Now, I'm running the same overclocks on all 12 of my GPUs that are in this, so you don't have to put a comma and sort them out individually like you would if you had a whole bunch of different ones, or you want to run different settings on different ones and so on. I'm just running a straight 1500 core on them all, a core offset of 300, and I'm locking my memory at about 5001. Now, I probably recommend it to actually give your memory an extra 1 or 2 thousands. Looks like around the 11,000 range is where these GPUs are doing the best on Xelis, but locking in at 5001 is definitely an option as well, which is all I'm doing. So I could get more hash rate. I haven't fully tweaked yet. After that, just hit apply changes, send that to the moon on whatever rig you want to do. So you're just going to come into your workers here. You're going to pick your worker. In this case, here's my OctaMiner 1 here, full of A2000s, 3080s, 3070s, 3060s, and TIs, and so on. We're going to our flight sheet here, and then, again, just pick that flight sheet, go to wherever you did, hit that little rocket ship, and it will begin mining Xelis to you to your own node. Now, let's actually talk about Xelis for a little bit and the algorithm change and whatnot that may be coming. But first off, this is actually a blockchain that is from scratch, made in Rust. So that's actually pretty sweet. Unlike a whole bunch of copy and paste and forks and so on, this was actually built from the ground up in the Rust code. So that's actually pretty sweet here. They're putting a lot of work into this. It's based on block tag, yeah, a lot like Caspa. It reduces the orphan and so on. Eagerly mining, any CPU or GPU can mine Xelis easily. Well, right now it's looking like only GPUs. CPUs are kind of falling way behind. So it does look like the GitHub here changed a little bit over the past couple days. It used to have something where it stated like pretty much directly CPUs and GPUs are supposed to be pretty close together, but obviously right now GPUs are just exploding out there. But it does still say here, designed to CPU and GPU mining friendly to improve decentralization as possible. That means, there's a lot of GPUs out there, gamers, miners, and so on. Same with CPUs, so pretty much all hardware can mine this up until the latest releases for the GPUs. Now, on top of that, it's also sounding like if GPUs are seeing such a huge boost right now, as this does have a section of Blake 3 part in its algorithm, there are rumors of FPGAs that are emerging on par here and could be blowing everything away. Now, there is another algorithm in here with the block miner. I don't know how all that works. Altogether, this does make the Xelis hash algorithm, but there's a whole bunch of things going on here, and it does sound like there could be an algorithm change happening very soon. One, to bring CPUs and GPUs back together, and two, also to make sure that FPGAs don't come online way too fast. Give them a whole bunch of time to get going, and then that gives more time to change the algorithm again. But eventually, there is never supposed to be an FPGA or an ASIC on this chain, according to the dev. He really dislikes them, and he really wants the more decentralized hardware like CPUs and GPUs to be the main mining platforms for this. So coming up to the FPGA rumor, here's one source that is pretty close to Superscaler. No one really knows who they are, but here they are in a way. So you guys close in contact with Superscaler, any word on if they're making new bit streams, yada yada, and they said, I heard the will do, but I don't know the release time. They're going to release a bit stream for the new Xelis coin. So I was like, all right, well, can I make a video with this? And then they kind of backtrack and says, I don't know if exactly for the Xelis coin, but they are saying it's for this. But then they're saying, maybe it's a new coin that they're working on, but they're working on a brand new coin bit stream. But the point is right here, they are mentioning Xelis coin. So again, I don't know if it's guaranteed going to happen, or maybe it is a different coin and they got mixed up here, but it does look like Superscaler, which is OG freaking super FPGA powerhouses, the Superscaler K10s, the Cole Engine P2X, those are absolute beast machines. And if they release something here, it is game over for GPUs and especially CPUs, which are already game over. So I was talking to the Xelis dev, and I did ask him if I could use any of our conversation. He said, yep, go ahead. I have nothing to hide. I'm an open book. So here we go. Right here, I was asking what his thoughts on FPGAs and ASICs and stuff was, and it says, to have community growth and attract enough adoptions, we can't let the network in the hands of FPGA guys. That would just kill the project, in my opinion. I'm like, sounds good, but it's difficult because of the algorithm has changed. That would pee off all the GPU devs, so only community can answer that. So, they are trying to keep this with the community, so I don't know if it's going to be like a community miner vote or a Discord vote or how that's going to play out, but, obviously he is definitely against FPGAs and ASICs here. But he said maybe a first tweaking first here is adding easy things to implement in GPU, CPU. That would be awful for an FPGA, but where there is money, there's people to grab it. Means if there's a lot of money being made on this coin here, obviously they're going to keep trying to crack it. So after that conversation, a day or two went went by, and then the GPUs had their first major hash rate breakthrough there. I asked with the super explosion GPU tweaks, is this going to make GPU only or CPUs can't compete anymore type of thing? He said, yep, saw that. Will work on a better algorithm, because again, the intended goal is to keep CPUs and GPUs together. And I asked him, he's just plan to have them close, and he says, yeah, if possible, like always. And to be sure to have FPGAWAVE for at least a year or so also, because if GPU found a way to have such high hash rate, FPGAs may be coming in a month. So they think FPGAs could be coming very fast because we're seeing huge explosions in hashes on GPUs outperforming the CPUs. Now, there aren't that many CPU devs out there, so maybe there could be some more performance happening there. It's really hard to say. Now, he did mention somewhere where I can't find it anymore. Maybe he deleted it. I don't know. But there's also a discussion of possibly like a tweaked out Ghost Rider version, which, you know, GPUs can mine Ghost Rider. Same with CPUs. CPUs are better on Ghost Rider, but depending on the algorithms that they tweak out and stuff, they could tweak it so they both stay pretty darn close to each other. So that sounds like one of the options that he has been looking into as well. All right, guys, so just a video there. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the big boost in GPUs. Are you guys currently mining Xelis? And what do you guys think about a possible algo change and trying to keep CPUs and GPUs relatively close together? Thank you for watching this video. I will see you on the next one. Rabid out.